Hello! Welcome to day 12. Woo! Today I am your host, Mousy. Mousy, Mousy. Hey. Okay, sweet. So, let's get into this. Day 12. Today is a gorgeous freaking day outside. Oh, I can't wait. So, I'm going to get this done and go outside and go hiking. So, so day 12, I just call this day yoga for the soul. Whenever I do this day, I just feel so like, oh, so good afterwards. That's the cat. She's upset because she's not in here and I'm a mouse. That's what it is. So anyway, let's see. Ooh, where did I go to? Okay, no. I bookmarked the wrong place. Okay, so day 12. I love this day because it's like lift your mind and lift your heart up to be aware, understand, and know the I am presence. This is the source and substance of all my good. So now that we had yesterday's talk, I'm sure that you can figure out where I'm headed to at this. So again, we're doing the 40-Day Abundance Challenge with the Abundance book by John Randolph Price. And we are on day 12, and it's interesting because here Price is talking about lift the mind. He's not saying the brain, he's saying the mind. Lift the mind up, okay? And let it notice that it's not its thoughts, it's not its brain. Lift it up to the divine mind. And then he moves on, and then he's speaking to the heart. Lift the heart up and calling it to know, understand, be aware that it is, let's see, what is it? To know that it's the divine presence I am that is the source and substance of all my good. Interesting here, again, that he puts my in there. So once again, he's allowing for the ego. He is allowing for the ego. And the way in which he stacks this all together, it sort of allows your ego to have this moment of like, oh yes, oh, the source and the substance, they are at my disposal, and I shall then be able to use them at my own will to create all of my good. So your ego's like, okay, yeah, we can do this is fine. And which is, again, he's just brilliant man over here hacking our egos and allowing it to be bypassed so that we can lift our mind, which is not the brain, it's the mind, higher up, and the heart to be aware. Now, I forgot about this, and this was a long time ago that I discovered this, and I believe it was through Greg Braden. So I'm going to put his information down here. He was a trained scientist in the 70s, something like that. Anyway, he has taken his scientific brain, whatever you want to put that as, and he has used that in a way to look at spirituality and look at how everything is interconnected. And he talks about how your heart is more magnetic, has more of a magnetic field around it than your brain does. Okay, so he is saying, like, your heart does the work. Your heart magnetizes into this world that we live in and does the work of creating and manifesting the things around us. So when Price is over here going, hey, lift up the mind, the divine mind, and the heart, to be aware, to understand, to know the divine presence I am is the source and substance of all my good. So he's calling to the mind and heart, and he's going, okay, time to open up, time to flex those muscles, okay? You already know, you're already aware, be aware, be understanding. The divine presence I am, the God source within, is the source and substance. And then he's speaking to the ego. Is the source and substance of all my good. He's going, hey ego, BT dubs, you're in here. You can kind of like handle this because you've been called in here. You think that everything is to your disposal and for your good, so that you'll grasp this. But it's also hacking the ego, and then it's saying that really the mind and the heart are the ones doing the work, and the source within is doing the work, and that the ego really isn't involved. So it's also, it's interesting because it's hacking it at first by giving it all this like mental power or thought power that it's like, yes, great. And then it moves on here. I'm at week, so I'm on day 22. Moves on to where you realize it actually has hacked and bypassed the ego. And now we're at this point of, at least I am, of this understanding that I'm no longer that, which is really interesting. So anyway, I was going to drop this guy in here. Greg Braden is so interesting, and this is just a short clip. The one thing I watched on him was 4 hours long because he's just so, I think, you know, you want that scientific kind of understanding. He is awesome. He gives you that background. So he speaks to the scientific brain, and really helps you to understand what's going on here. So the one I dropped in there is a 9-minute video. I just watched it. It's not as good as his really long stuff, but I understand if you don't have 2 hours to watch something. So anyway, he's talking about how the heart and brain connect and work. And he's talking about all sorts of different scientific stuff. So I think you'll really like that because it really has to do with today. Also, another great one to watch because they actually hook up electrodes to his, no, I'm not done, honey, to either his brain or his heart. They like hook up electrodes, and it's not to Greg Braden, but they hook it up and then they test a thought, an emotion on, I think it's on some sort of like gelatal substance, and showing that a thought and emotion can immediately change the substance of that. Okay, it looks like if you guys have YouTube Red, you can watch it on here. It used to be, and I checked this morning, the movie I Am used to be on Netflix, but it isn't any longer, which is kind of a bummer. So you could watch, I'm going to just give you guys the movie trailer, and then if you want, you can move forward with watching it. Looks like there's some stuff all over the place. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, it's $3 if you really want to watch the whole thing. It is really interesting. Okay. So there's the trailer for that too if you want to watch that. Okay, guys. Well, that's really it for me today. It's just kind of a short day, and just for me, it's this realization that I'm still bypassing and hacking the ego, and how brilliant Price has been in doing so, and just realizing how much of the work that I've done, I think, like over the last like several years is kind of all coming together and just really like manifesting itself into this 40-day challenge and coming together beautifully. So I hope that what I'm sharing here with you is beneficial to you as well still. Please leave a comment below of anything that you're getting. Thumbs it up if we're still good and rolling with the challenge and you guys are happy with the content I'm bringing. Let me know if there's something you like more than others. If you're like, I wish that we do a meditation every day or something like that. Just give me some feedback so that we know where we're at, since we're entering the 2nd week here for you guys and the 3rd week for me, so I can help you do what you want to do here with this whole challenge. Okay? I love all of you. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you tomorrow as always. Bye.